Hi, Kitty. You know, it's funny that you should say that. I really didn't think he did. He was not, I didn't take it like that. But I think Elaine did. She said, because she said to me, she goes, why don't you sit down? She goes, don't get up again. She goes, I'll do the window. I said, all right. Which she didn't do the window. I got up because she was 20 years older than me, and I just always got up. I was just always Johnny on the spot. There was somebody at the window. I got up. I had that type of energy. So, and I really didn't think he meant it like that. He was serious because steam fitters are serious about. Like if when I was in the car with I was married to number two. Was Trouble was a steam fitter, and every time we drove anywhere, I built that building. I said, oh, yeah, you built the building? They were very prideful about steam fitting and pipes and all this shit. So I think that guy meant it. That if I ever needed, he knew I owned a house. I don't know what. Anyway, and I did not think that he was being nasty to me at all. Because like I said, steam fitters are very serious about what they do. Okay? Because I know I was married to one. So I felt so sure that this guy, that I went home in the morning, because I could only talk to my husband in the morning. I said to him, I said, listen, I said, if you ever need a piece of pie, now that I'm saying it, I said, let me know. I said, a guy could say, and he said to me, and when he was serious, no trouble, he would call me Elizabeth. He goes, what are you saying, Elizabeth? What did you say, Elizabeth? I said, if you ever need a piece of pipe, let me know, because the guy at work told me that he can get us pipe. He goes, what guy? I said, I don't know. I said, the guy at fitter. He said he paid his dues, and he said, if you need a piece of pipe, I'll get you pipe. I said, so if we ever need pipe, do we need pipe? It sounds ridiculous now that I'm saying it. But we were very serious. We were having a serious conversation. I wasn't laughing. He wasn't laughing. He goes, that guy was hitting on you. I said, that guy was hit. I said, with a line like that, if I ever need a piece of pipe, I mean, we're in the steam fitters union. He's a steam fitter. I said, no. I said, did you ever use that as a pickup line? He goes, no. He goes, no, I would never say something like that. I said, well, what line would you use? And he goes, no, not today, Elizabeth. But I was just having a conversation. I wasn't trying to talk. I'm not like that. I was not, where are you? I never clocked anybody, please. I don't want no trouble. You see me, you're here, you're not here, you're not here. Okay. But yeah, now that I think of it, no, I don't think he was. I think that guy really said it with the best of intentions. Because I knew him, I saw him more, he would come in, I don't know, monthly or quarterly or whatever. I don't know. Each fitter did it a different way. Some fitters mailed it in, and some fitters like to come in and pay the dues in person because they had cash or they didn't have a check. Or I don't know what the hell. Fitters always had money. So, yeah, he wanted to give me, and the other fitters would come in with pastry and cake and stuff. That was what they brought in. This guy didn't come in with pastry that day. The girls on the steam side, they used to make out. They used to get pastries and fruits and platters of fruits and everything. And they were very generous. They would come in and tell me and Elaine, come on, ladies, we have fruit. We have, a fitter brought in stuff for us, breads and all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had flowers and bagels and everything. I mean, every day it was something else. They were very generous. And this was his way of being generous to me. And I don't think he meant it. I didn't take it like that, and I still don't. Even though it sounds funny, even though saying it, it does sound, it could be. But I mean, I thought it was nuts. That's why I even said it to my husband, because I thought nothing about it. Yeah, but he felt like Elaine did. Elaine. It bothered Elaine, and it bothered Trouble, but it didn't bother me. Um, but thanks for the comment. Yeah, I understand. Now I look at it. I look back at it. I guess if I ever heard someone say that to my granddaughter, I would my ears would go up. But at the time, I was 40, and I was very naive. Even at 40, I was still like a kid, trusting. I trusted the world. I still trust the world, but it's a little bit different now. But thanks for the comment.